Good evening, everybody. Welcome to True School Sports. We're here another evening of talking boxing. See you, Cesar. Welcome to the to tonight's True School Sports. Cesar, how you doing? Give it a like. Appreciate you being here tonight. There was a couple. There was a couple uh, press conferences tonight. Today there was the Gigi Murata. There was the Fondura Lubin. There was some action there, and there was the Rolly Tank Davis press conference kickoff for the May 28th fight they're gonna have. I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. I don't know. I got a funny feeling that Tank's gonna stay with Mayweather and LOB. I just get that sense. I hope not, but that's what I really feel. But that being said, today the press conference. I think there was a lot of things said. And both guys don't actually not they're not best friends. And you see what Tank did. Tank went up to Rolly and told him straight up, "This is what bitches do on social media. They go ahead and talk their shit, but when they're up here, they get scared." I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I don't think for one bit that Rolly was scared of Tank in 1 minute. I'll tell you that straight up. I think Rolly's there to do his thing, and Rolly's gonna come out and don't sleep on him. He's just like he said. I'm gonna come out here. I'm going for the knockout, and that's what I came here to do. Rolly's focused on what he's doing. I won't sleep on him. I got Tank slightly beating him, but I think Tank's going to put up a good fight. It's not going to be easy for Tank. That being said, Tank was also saying that they asked him if that fight was going to be is that personal business. And Tank just came out from the hood. He may come out and say, "Look, if this was a personal, I would have already been in the doorstep." You know what I'm saying? I like in the hood, we'll walk up in your house and take care of you. But this is all about business, so that's how I'm going to keep it at. But he says when I get in that ring with him, I'm gonna fuck up Rolly. I'm gonna show him what he's up. And I'll tell you right now, I think Rolly was the smart one by keeping his composure and by holding him back and just talking. But you could tell that Tank was very animated. And then when Tank was telling him, he was when Tank was cutting his manager Bullet. Rolly's manager, he was telling who are your famous fighters, who you got, what's your resume? Tell me who they are. And Bullet's like, you don't have to worry about that. Just worry about Rolly. Then Rolly didn't like that at all. So Rolly don't come out and say we got to say. And then Tank came out and said, "Oh no, I fought. Who you fought?" He said, "I fought 140." And then again, one thing you can't discredit about Rolly, that man is a reading a bookworm. That man reads. He's smart. What he says, he's always on top of things. And he came out and he came out and told Tank, and I think this is what really got on the Tank's on the skin when he came out and he said, he told Tank straight up, he said, 140 pounder. Bullshit, that wasn't no damn 145 pounder. You fight all the guys at that weight drain. The guy that you fought 140 pounder was 6 hours in the bathtub trying to lose that weight that he's supposed to do. So he was a weight drain. So don't give me that bullshit. So the sparks are right there, man. Then you got Bullet going off against Tank's team and LOB and them. So and Tank is like, I'm a man now. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to show you what it's all about when we get in the ring, and I hope he does. I hope he comes out and uses that the same energy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it really bothers fucking Rolly at all. Rolly's going to come in there, and Rolly, I'm telling you all right now, y'all better watch out for Rolly. Rolly got some power. His awkwardness was to throw up Tank, and Tank don't like to get hit hard. Tank does not like to get hard, and then Rolly told him straight up, "You got no fucking power. You got no power. You might think you got power, but you don't got no power. All you've been fighting on weight drain fighters that are light and this and that." So this whole kickoff was great. Seeing it from not Connie, from his coach Ford and Bullet going at it, and then him and Tank and Romero going on it. This you can already tell this fight's going to be fire just by the fact of what's going on. Let me take some quick comments while I'm here. I got. If you guys want to come on the link, I'll put you all here on the link. I'm gonna drop the link. If you guys want to talk, come on live. I have no problem. What's up, Carl? God bless you. Let me see. I'll put it right here. Want to come on while I'm doing the live? It's all good. Let me see. Got it. Boom. Got it. Boom. Got it. Boom. Got it. Boom. Got it. I'm gonna drop the link right now. So if you guys want to come on and talk about this fight, about you seeing today, what you're seeing, everything, it's all good. That's what we're here for. Get in there. Paste. Boom. I just dropped the link down on the bottom, so if you want to go ahead and come on and talk, I dropped the link. Sure, the guys got it already. Let me see. There's a link right there. Check out the link, and we can go from there if you want to come on as a guest. How you doing, Cesar? What do you think about the comments today? What do you thought about the press conference today about Tank and Rolly going at it? I think this is going to be one of the biggest fights. They asked Long LB why. Let me go in. Cesar says Guyana Pepper. Is that who you're going for? You're going to go for Tagoe for the upset of Garcia, Cesar? Salute to I got your videos and everything. And I got them. Carl Hansen. He actually looks good. IBA boxing. I'm follow them, and when my son gets back, I haven't talked to him. I will definitely show him. Thank you so much. He says, salute the great man, Pops. Much love and blessings to you, sir. Blessings to you also. I got the videos and everything. I'm gonna show it to Brandon and let him decide what he wants to do. But thank you so much and keeping me out with the Australian stuff. I really love it. And God bless you. Kyle says, hit the like in my chat, fam. That's right. Hit that like. Oh, no, you hit that like if you really want to be here. Kyle Hansen says, I'd love to see Rolly smash Tank into submission. I wouldn't doubt it. I'll tell you one thing that I noticed about Tank. I hope Tank doesn't sign back with them, man. I just got this funny feeling he's going to sign back with PBC and stay with them. I just got that feeling, and just by the way things were going. I hope he leaves them, man. He doesn't realize that, but if he stays with them, I think it's the biggest mistake he's made. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, that's for another topic. Tank doesn't like to get hit. When he fought Cruz, he didn't like the power that Cruz was bringing at him, and that's why right off the bat when the fight was over, he didn't want to go ahead and get the rematch. So Tank's gonna. I see a lot of energy on Tank though. When Tank said he came out, he talked about the hood, how he could be hood. He told him straight up, all this bitch shit you talking to Rolly on social media, but now when you're here, your energy is soft. I don't think it was soft. I mean, because motherfucker, Rolly's telling you, I'm gonna mess you up. I'm going for that knockout. Rolly's not scared of nobody, man. They better not get it twisted. Saludos, Jesus. Saludos a ti también. Yeah, I like that about him. He kept his good composure. He could have lost it just like Tank and pushed Tank to the side or whatever, but he just kept it there. He was even killed. I'm telling you guys, this man has got so much confidence. I'm not saying he's gonna win a fight, but don't sleep on him. It could be the upset of the year. He called Cruz a midget. Who's that? You talking about Rolly? I don't know what he did, but I'll tell you what Cruz did to Tank. He scared the shit out of him because he didn't want a rematch. Pops, do you think that Tank really has problems with Florida? I think it's about. I think the problems that I see in the Mayweather and LB camp and promotion is that they the only thing that if you heard Tank today in the press conference, the only thing he's angry about is because he's not getting the fights that he should be having. And he came out and said in the press conference, he said, now I can get the fights that I need to get my fights after I get rid of Rolly or whatever. So he's really upset because Mayweather or LB didn't put him up to the fights that he's supposed to be having. So that's probably the biggest problem. I don't even think it's money because Mayweather got all kinds of money to throw around. There's the link if you guys want to talk. We're here to talk, but you all better get your popcorn ready because that Tank and Rolly fight is going to be good. And then I also seen on the Lubin. Did you see that shit on the Lubin Fundora press conference? Tony Harris is a dog, man. I gotta give it to him, man. That motherfucker represented Detroit right off the bat. I guess Luis Arias, when he fought Tony Harris, he didn't get the decision, so he was there calling out Harris while he was trying to have his press conference with Sergio Garcia, and motherfucker Luis Arias is calling him out. Harris stood up, put his bag down, and went off the stadium, went off the stage, and went right after Luis Arias. He said, "You lucky I missed." That you gotta respect that, man. He said, "I'm gonna rip that. You don't want to respect me. I'm gonna rip that respect out of you." So he's lucky. Luis Arias is lucky Harrison didn't get a hold of him because I think he would have tore his ass up. So I mean, that was just another excitement to what Harris is, what he brings to the table. That's why I was very upset when he did lose to when he literally lost to Charlo because I like what he did. You know, I like his hunger, and today he showed me more why I respect him more, respect him even more of that. Let's see. Okay, it's all right. Take care, man. Do what you gotta do, Hanson. It's all good, Carl. Thank you. Yeah, I think I got that feeling right now. I got it now. I think my son was telling me the same thing, man. If he stays with them, his career is done. I'm sorry. I don't think Mayweather's going to actually do anything for him. I'm sorry to tell you. He ain't going to do jack for him. Dante Antonio asked me, do you think Rolly has more power than Cruz? Rolly got some power. Yeah, he got some pop in those hands. Don't get it twisted. He's not 14. He's not 14 and 0 with 12 knockouts for nothing. He's got some power in those hands. He's gonna test Tank out. Don't get it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah, I think he got some power. Definitely. I won't sleep on that. My son was showing videos of him. He's not sleeping. Carlson, I sent you a video on Xander's Eyes, Young Bill Boxing. Sent it to me. You have to watch it. He's coming back to Australia to train with. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it. And the Garcia fight, I almost tried to think that what he did yesterday in the press conference outside the in San Antonio was like a was like a hype thing to hype up the ticket sales because I didn't see the same energy from Ryan Garcia and Emmanuel Tagoe in the actual press conference today when they just shook hands. They didn't even try to carry that energy from when they had on the outside over in San Antonio to actually to the final press conference. So maybe it was just a staged thing with Garcia and Tugboat just to get more ticket sales. But I don't think the Tony Harris thing was actually a stage at all. I'll be honest about that. Milky Way says, "What do you think of Shakur versus Gonzalez beef?" I don't know. Are you talking about? Are you talking about Valdez? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know who you're talking about there, but if you're talking about Valdez, whatever it is, whatever you want to look at it, he gonna be the big dog in this division. If he keeps going the way he's going. Now I don't think Willie looked nervous at all. I think he did the right thing. He held his composure and let Tank do his talking because he's more focused on doing it in the ring. And if you look both, I think he's bigger. I think he's bigger than the Tank, and I honestly think he has more power than Tank. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's just people basically Carl Hansen today in our society today in boxing. It just seems to be that every fighter's got that narrative now that they want to protect that because if you stay undefeated, then you're going to get more fights, you're going to get more promotional, and you're going to be able to do it because you stay undefeated. But once you get that loss, they feel that once you get that, you lose that that you don't still get great fights, which is actually wrong. Muhammad Ali lost, he got back up. George Foreman lost, he got back up, and so forth and so forth. So that narrative is just such a bullshit thing. You just got to learn from what you did and go forward from there. And that being said, Tony Harrison, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tony Harrison fighting Sergio Garcia. I think it's a very tough fight for Tony Harrison. I'll be telling you, Sergio Garcia looks like he's ready. He's focused, and he's gonna come out and shout out. So I hope Tony Harris does not sleep like he did against Luis Arias and didn't convincingly win that fight. And I hope that he comes in there and gets this fight so he can get a title shot. Because if we don't, I don't know about Tony Harris. So I'm hoping that he goes in there. I know Sergio Garcia hits pretty good. So I expect this to be a real good fight. But I like Tony. I'm a big fan of Tony Harris. More so what I see from him today. He gave my respect on that. So I love that about him. All telling you, please hit that like button. I gain that respect from him, and I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. But I expect him to beat Sergio Garcia so he can move on and move up. The Eric Lubin and Fundora fight. Oh man, Fundora standing in front of that guy. I mean, sitting right next to him, he's huge, man. Lubin said he's gonna bring it. He didn't really want to talk about the strategy that him and Coach Cunningham have, but there is no fucking strategy. This guy's tall. You got to have to chop that fucking tree down. You got to chop that tree down, and you got to go ahead and go to that body. And keep in mind, while you're going to that body, you're gonna have to go in there and taste some of Fondora's reach because that's gonna be a big problem. I think it's gonna be a big problem for Lubin. But I want Lubin to win. Lubin's on a streak. Lubin wants that rematch with Jamel Charlo. Shit, I would love to see that. I mean, he's back on the come up, and why not? But he better not sleep. He better not sleep on Fundora because Fondora's going to use his reach. He's going to use his size to his advantage, And one thing I like about Fundora, he throws a lot of volume punches, and when he does it, he's gonna make sure he tear you up. So, uh, Lubin, they say Lubin's very chinny. We're gonna find out how his chin is gonna be because Fondora for 154 being as tall he is, he's got a lot of power for himself. So he better get ready because if Fondora catches him with something, it's gonna be good night. I'm telling you that I'm telling you straight up right from there. That's gonna happen. Gab Agent says that also can you please hit the like button if you haven't. I really appreciate it. It would help the channel out. Super chat if you want. If you want to come on live, I can say I'll drop the link. You can come and talk to me live. We can conversate. It's all good. Uh, Domback says that what's the deal with Mayweather wanted to get back into boxing to fight? Fuck Mayweather. I mean, I'm glad I like what he's done. I'm glad that he's a shrewd businessman outside the ring. I started all these exhibitions fights, and this is how this shit started with the YouTubers and everything else for boxing. Shout out to him. That's what he wants to do. If he wants to get more money, I don't know why, unless he's broke. I know he's not broke, but I'm saying if you can get big money and still get all the money, and Mayweather get all the money because of his name, why not? I guess I'm not really excited about that, to be honest with you. I'd rather see him come out of retirement and fight somebody. Kyle Hansen says, Don, he's a tower, that dude. Yeah, he's a tower. He's fucking 6'6". It's like Eric Lubin said. Eric Hammond Lubin said he's like 6'6", 6'7". I don't care. We have a strategy. We got to come up, me and my coach. I don't know what strategy you got, but you got to break them down. You got to chop that tree down. It's not going to be easy. Here's a fantasy. Going back, it says, also, you please hit the like button if you haven't. Here's a fantasy fight. Julio Cesar Chavez versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who wins? I pick. Who? Oh my God, are you serious? No, no, no. I have to go. I have to go with the TBE. Cesar is great. He fought a lot of guys over there. When Mexico, a lot of guys that he fought, but I can't put him against the prime Floyd Mayweather. No way. Blessed up says KS. RG said, that's right, Pops. Yeah, man. So, like I was saying, on the undercard of Fondora and Lubin would come. Fondora really didn't say much now. He was saying a lot of, I mean, on boxing scene and articles, he was talking about Lubin, about this. Lubin had this, and we fought this common a fighter in Coda, whatever his name was, and you beat him, and I did this. But when he was there, Lubin was frozen, man. He didn't say much. I was kind of surprised at that. I like Sergio Garcia, even though he spoke Spanish. I like his energy. I like what he brings into the table, and I think he's really going to push Tony Harrison. That's the fight that I'm really excited about. And the other one was the other guy was Perella. He's trained by Roy Jones. He's fighting. I forgot who he was fighting. Perella looks like a decent fighter. I think he's going to have a great time there. As far as the Ryan Garcia fight, Ryan Garcia did not show me the same energy that he had with Tagoe in the outside workout the other day. So I don't. I think that was a bullshit thing to try to hike up the ticket sales, and he better bring it to Tagoe, because Tagoe don't sleep on that African got some power, and if he catches, I'm telling you, if he got a good corner right and catches Ryan, it could be good night to him. So Ryan got to come in here and he's got to get an impressive win, because De La Hoya is already planning for him, for Ryan Garcia to get the hopefully a fight with Kambosos, but he's got to win convincingly in this fight for sure. So in that one, and then on the undercard they had Mosley Jr. against Gabe Rosado. That's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm telling you. I don't know much about. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about Mosley Jr. I really look at his prospect. I look who he's fought. Just in that, just the name alone tells me a lot. But that doesn't mean anything. You have to know how to prove it inside the ring. I think Gabe Rosado is gonna give him a hard fight. Gabe Rosado got an excellent resume, and what would it be better if possibly was Mosley Jr. could upset Gabe Rosado and put that on his resume for real. So yeah, so and that gave us out of there. They had what's the girl that's fighting? I forgot her name. She there's no thing for me. I'm not really interested about that. I mean, I hope good luck to what's the name of the fight. But as far as that's pretty the undercard there. And then I seen a highlight fight scene it with a Murata and Golovkin holding their belts and whatever over there. He didn't seem too excited about that, but both of those fighters got to come out there and do something. Golovkin, if he wants that payday, he's gonna have to out punch and get that power punch, get underneath Murata, because Murata's gonna come and bring it. He's very patient. He comes forward, but I just think that the power that Golovkin still has is gonna be the difference. Let's get some comments. Yeah, I heard of that fight. I heard it was a great fight. Castillo and Corrales. I was one of the best. I don't remember, but I heard it. But my son tells me all the time. Dubman says, keep in mind, Pops, he beat his uncle twice, and his uncle had fighting power and uses the same defenses. Talking about, are we talking about which fight you talking about? I mean, I'm going back and forth on all the fights. So, who you talking about? What's going on, Pure Central Box? How you doing? God bless you. All 25 of you, please hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe to True School Sports. Brendan's still in Las Vegas getting content. This week he's got to go to a wedding. I'm here. I watched both of the press conference. Actually, all three press conferences: the Rolly Romero, Tank Davis press conference. I seen the Fondura and Lubin press conference. The most exciting thing there was Tony Harris went after Luis Arias. Luis Arias was one of his fighters. They had a fight, I think last year sometime, and Luis Arias lost the decision. So the whole time that Tony Harris was trying to talk about the Sergio Garcia fight, this guy just kept Arias kept interrupting him. He put that shit down. He went right after him. He's lucky he didn't catch a hold of him because he would have beat him down. So that's why I like Tony Harris. He's one of the OGs from Detroit. He's got that in him. Don't try him. Like you said, you want to disrespect me, I'm gonna take that respect out of you. You see how fast when Harrison came off that damn stadium, oh boy, Harris, and I'm not trying to shine on light on, but I'm saying he took off real quick, or they stopped real quick. ¿Cómo le va? El único concho, ¿cómo está todo? Que Dios te bendiga. Estamos aquí hablando de boxeo. Yo tiré un link ahí. Si tú quieres venir aquí a hablar público con nosotros, pues yo te tiro un link ahí. Tú puedes hablar. I'm going to throw the link down if you guys want to talk to me live. It's all good. I'm going to throw it down one more time. I mean, we can talk here or talk on live. I love it. I don't care. I'm going to put it up there again. So you guys can go ahead and, if you want to talk, you can. It's all good. Throw it down there so you guys can have it. I'm getting good at this, so Pops is trying to learn something. I just dropped the link again, so if anybody wants to come on as a guest, it's there. Let me see. Yeah, man, you ain't lying about that, man. Just he ain't no joke, man. When he put that mic down and said, "Okay, I had enough with this motherfucker," he went down the stage, and actually when they to go grab him, I was like, "Oh my lord!" I said, "It's all over for Iris. Iris better be quiet." All he's got to do is get back on the bike, get back fighting Iris, and if he gets another opportunity to fight him to get a rematch or something and iron it out like anybody else does, you know. And said, Puro was the guy that told me to watch the fight, and damn, it was amazing. Yes, it's a lot of great fights. You can go on YouTube and Google like all the fights. Sugar Ray Leonard, all the old school Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearn, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Salvador Sanchez, you name it. You just got to just Google them up, and they're up there. Anything with boxing they have. So it's good to learn too. Did you know De La Hoya beat Floyd Stanko? Yeah, they fought. I know they fought. Yep, I knew some. I don't know. I think he fought him. Yeah, he fought Jeff or something like that. Chavez and Mayweather. I'll take Mayweather. Mayweather was just great in his own game. Chavez was great too, but Chavez. I mean, one thing about Chavez, Chavez fought a lot of fighters. Back when the rounds were much longer and everything, so I can respect to him. But I just think Mayweather was in a different universe. If anybody wants to come on for the guest, there's the link. Golden Boy was Canelo. Please make it happen. I don't know. Who do they have over there? The Golden Boy side that can actually fight Canelo. They only have the hype job Jaime Magia, and they don't even want to put him to fight real fighters. So that's very, to me, that's very disappointing if you ask me. I mean, Jaime Magia supposed to be this fighter, that's supposed to be all this and that. But they want to fight him, Jacobs now. Get out of here with that. No, I don't think that was staged, man. I don't think that was staged. The way Harrison put that down and ran after him, that was not staged. The Ryan Garcia, the Ryan Garcia thing with Tagoe outside, I think that was staged because I was watching the press conference today. I seen a little bit of press conference with Ryan Garcia and Emmanuel Tagoe, and they all they did was shake hands. They didn't bring that same energy. Even if you don't bring that same energy, you can freaking go ahead and act like you're doing something for the fans. But that just showed me right there that was a bunch of bullshit. Somebody said that before, that Garcia thing with Tagoe was like a stage thing, and you couldn't really see it until like I seen it today when both of them didn't even show no kind of energy like they did when they were on the outside. So it probably was staged. But I'm gonna say Tank and Rolly, that's gonna be fire right there. That fight May 28th. You guys mark it on your calendars. If you can go up there to Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, you need to go see that fight live. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna be some fire. And did you check out what Rolly was wearing today? It was, I guess it was cold and rainy. He had that colorful outfit on with bare chested with Rolly go whatever it's called thing on his chest, and he took that shit off. He stood up right next to Tank like, yeah, I'm ready for you. I don't care about this. I'm here to knock your ass out. I mean, it's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, not everything is staged. You're right about that because a lot of boxers will go in there and take a lot of things personally. But I'm just saying the way that the Rolly and Tank thing, I think that's going to be a great fight. Man, I'm already pumped up. But I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'm so pumped up for that because I just like how I like, and I like to actually I actually seen Tank Davis talk for himself. You know what I mean? Talk like a man for himself. He didn't have to worry about anybody else, not Long Ellaby or anybody else talk about the fact about that he's a grown man, he could do this. And then what I really like about it with Tank Davis when he came out and said, yeah, they asked him, this is a personal business. He said, hey, this is personal. I would come out in your doorstep already, right on your motherfucking doorstep. So he basically saying this is just business. And then on the face-off, Rolly and was tempting Tank to bet up. If he's so confident he's gonna get beat him, bet your whole paycheck down. Bet the whole paycheck. That's how crazy Rolly is. He said, bet your whole paycheck, then I'll bet mine. You bet yours. And I don't think he was with that. I don't think he was with that shit at all. At all, man. So yeah. H Money said, "What's good, Cap? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Hey, man, you ready? Are you ready for that? Are you ready? Are you ready, man? Are you ready to see the Tank and Rolly fight? Are you pumped up for that? Are you like, are you just ready to go see the Dream Haney go to Australia and take care of Kambosos? That's right, right? Is that what you're waiting for, Haney? Money, H Money? Let me know. You can come on. I dropped the link if you want to come and talk live, H Money. I'm not BT, but I'm here, so you can talk to me if you want. It's all good though. Like I said, I just think Ryan and Tagoe didn't have the same energy that they had on the outside the other day when they had to work outside. But then when they had the press conference today inside, motherfucking Ryan Garcia and Tagoe are just shaking hands. Damn, it's the last time you guys gonna see each other before you fight. You need to fucking bring that energy, the same energy you have. And they both didn't have it. I hope that Garcia doesn't sleep on Tagoe because Tagoe's gonna bring it to him. And like I said, I love what I see from Tony Harrison when he got off that stage and went after Luis Arias, and he's fighting Sergio Garcia. I mean, I mean that's gonna be great. I think Lubin's gonna have problems with Fundora though. I'll tell you that right now. Fundora's gonna cause problems for Lubin. What's up, Lisa Feliciano? Que Dios te bendiga. God bless. Gavin says, have you seen Rolly Romero versus Brian Garcia in the sparring session? I believe Rolly's definitely going to win the fight against Tank Davis. You just can't. I haven't seen it. I will say, you guys, please hit that like button if you haven't. I really appreciate it. I haven't seen it, but I'll tell you one thing. I don't have to see it. When I see a fighter, like when I see it, and I see it when I hear Fury talk. I see it when I see Rolly talks. If you got that confidence, and that confidence says a lot of things about you, man. And Rolly doesn't give two fucks about what anybody thinks about his style. He doesn't care about what other people think about what he's gonna do, how he's gonna do it. He's just gonna go in there and he believes in himself, what he's gonna do. You're surprised that Tank was even calling out his coach, Bullet, tell him what are the best resumes you have. Your whole team is garbage. This is Tank talk. I mean, I don't hear Tank talk that shit before because anytime he would try to talk, LB or Long Nose LB or Floyd will do the talking for him. And then I also after that, one of the reporters asked LB, "What's going on with your contract with you and Tank?" Like, oh, we don't need to talk about that right now. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. We don't know. That's not the main point right now. The main thing that they could both. So I mean, come on, man. LB, you're the CEO. When somebody asked you where the hell was Mayweather, you were like, oh, he don't have to be here because I'm here. Okay, then answer the question. Do you have a new contract? Did you sign Tank Davis or did you not sign Tank Davis? I don't know. I got a different sense today. I just feel that the money back's always going to be great with Tank on the Floyd. I just think that one thing that he probably had a riff with Floyd is that he basically was upset that Floyd did not make the big fights, and maybe he wouldn't be fighting who he's fighting. No disrespect to Rolly, maybe he would be fighting Kambosos or fighting some other talented, a higher ranking fighter than what he's doing right now. So he's just frustrated because he hasn't got the big fights, and now he's got to come out of the shell and prove it. And I honestly think, in my opinion, I'm going to keep saying it, but I was seeing that a lot of the comments was telling me that they feel the same thing I feel, that I think that he's going to stay. But I hope we don't. If he stays with them, his whole career is done. And that's just me saying it. Kyle Hansen, hi, hello, H Money from Kyle Hansen from Australia. Alicia Fleon said, Rolly either going to get KO or he's going for the KO. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll tell you right now, Rolly's getting hit hard. And I'll be honest, what Rolly was saying in the press conference made a lot of sense, guys. He was telling them like, don't sit here and brag on who you fought. Everything you fought was either weight drain or not even in the weight class. And don't even. And then Tank said, yeah, but I fought at 140. Like you were trying to get an upper hand on. I mean, Tank was trying to get upper hand on Rolly when he said, oh, I haven't fought a 140 pounder. And then Rolly came up with the right answer. He came up to him and told him, what 140? That motherfucker was in the bathtub 6 hours in ice cold water trying to come over here, make weight, and be on the weight drain. So don't come on here. All you fought has been garbage under weight drain fighters. So get that out of here. You're gonna fight. I'm telling you right now, he gonna fight a true 135 right here. 135 right here with Rolly. Rolly got some power, guys. He got some pop. Everybody say he's crazy, he's awkward. Don't not sleep on that. Oh shit! That fight ain't lasting 3 rounds. Don't get up to use the back. You think that Tank gonna actually just take it out? Is gonna actually gonna come out, put him out to sleep right away? Put Rolly right to sleep right away? Is that what you're saying, Elasia Feliciano? You think that's what's actually gonna happen? I'll tell you. I'll be honest. I don't think it's gonna happen like that. I think he's gonna go in there. He's gonna try to go for that knockout. He's gonna have to adjust to Rolly's awkward style that he got. And and Rolly's father, if you heard the press conference, he was an amateur in the Cuban boxing, so of course his style's gonna be awkward. His style's gonna be different. But don't get it twisted. He ain't 14-0 with 12 knockouts for nothing. He's got to have some pop in those punches. And I'll say it again: if Tank couldn't handle Cruz's power and couldn't even have a rematch with Cruz, well, what do you think Rolly's gonna do to him? Simple as that. So that's what you got to look at, stuff like that. I think that Rolly's going to bring it to him. That fireworks are there. I think Rolly's going to go in there, and Tank's going to go there and try to finish him. It ain't going to be as easy as he think it is. I favor him to win, but I don't think it's easy. I'm really pissed off if he stays with Mayweather promotion. I'll be honest with you. Tessa says, me, I'm only 5'7", like Canelo. Would like to start at 135, but gonna start at 160. Oh, wait, you're a big dog, Tessa. You're big. You must be a monster. Jay Sherman says, Rolly gets to the body pretty well, just not much. No, he doesn't have much defense, but his awkwardness will be enough to interrupt the rhythm that Tank brings into the ring. I'll tell you that right now. And if Rolly catches Rolly with a hard punch, Rolly does not like to get hit. But then again, what fighter likes to get hit with a power punch? He's got it. Rolly, if anybody got some power in those punches, it's Rolly. Absolutely, there isn't going to be no boxing going on. It's going to be a bar fight. Yeah, It's gonna be crazy. What's going on, LOPL? What's going on? What happens if Tank loses? Who was it that said on a fight that he won? Everyone was calling him out, but when he lost, only his mom called that sad. Oh shit! Well, I don't know who said that, but whatever. So you basically say when he lost, nobody wanted to give him a call, nobody wanted to give him a hug or anything like that. Listen, man. Tank right now got a lot of things going on. I think today, me watching Tank in the press conference, he sounded like a man that had his mind made up on certain things and was saying things that really came from the heart. And I just hope that he grows with that and realizes he can't stay with Mayweather and Ellaby. When they questioned Ellaby about if they signed a contract, why is it so fucking hard to say, hey, yes, we have him signed for the next time? Oh, we don't know. You know why you don't know? Because Tank hasn't decided yet what he really wants to do. But I don't think Tank's worried about the bag. He's going to get money. He's going to get paid. He ain't worried before he got all the money. We already know that. It's a fact of how they're bringing him up. They're not putting him in a big fight. They got him on a protective plan. Does he want to continue with that? Or does he want to be a free agent? Or does he want to go to another a promotional company that will literally open up the game for him? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Tank didn't want that. That's when I knew. All 25 of you, please hit that like button. It will help the channel out. That's when I knew. When Tank came out, when Cruz after the fight was spotting him, and they asked him in front of Cruz, do you want a rematch? He quickly said no. So I already knew he was Cruz was hurting him. Cruz was not going to win the fight unless he knocked Tank out because of the fact that the politics and everything else behind it. But he did hurt Tank. And I'm telling you now, Tank didn't want no part of it. That's why he quickly said, no, I don't want a rematch. Because he knew Cruz was hurting him. Just imagine how Rolly's going to do. People think Rolly's a fluke. I don't think Rolly's a fluke by no means. I think Rolly literally has power. I think Rolly is going to surprise a lot of people in that fight. And that's just talking facts, you know. Who you guys favor in the Fondura Lubin fight? A lot of people saying it's a 50-50 fight. They're saying that Lubin's chinny, and I think a lot of people saying that Lubin is chinny because of how Jamel Charlo did to him in his fight when he knocked him the fuck out real quick. So that's what they're saying. But they're saying that's a 50-50 fight. What do you guys think on that fight? Tank better have good defense in this fight. Rolly has too much. Yeah, Rolly. People, the people under rating Rolly, but Rolly has said it and said it in the press conference. I've been in this before. I've been here before. But you know what? There's a motherfucking reason why I'm here now in the big dance. You know what I mean? This is why I'm here right now, to prove everybody wrong. And don't get it twisted. We know what Tank got. We know what Tank brings in, but Tank does not like to get hit. Pitbull hit him so hard that he didn't want to have a rematch right away. I'll tell you straight up. When a fighter as talented as Tank don't want to get a rematch with somebody like that, it's because of the punches that Pitbull was throwing at him. So I could see that. I can't even see Rolly fight Pitbull. I would love to see that too, believe it or not. But right now we got to focus on this. Cesar says, if he left Mayweather and wants to fight the best, no more ducking on. Yeah, well, I think he's gonna do that. I personally think that if he left Mayweather, he'll find a promoter that's gonna give him the fights he needs, or he's gonna go ahead and become a free agent and get the fights he wants. Come on, man. He's a talented fighter. He's just aggravated because he's not getting the fight that he deserves. He knows his talent. He knows his worth. But LOB and Mayweather want to keep him in the cage. You can't do that no more. But it's up to him. If he signs again with him, LOB did come out and say straightforwardly that he signed. So that's leading me to know that they're still having having talks about that. And I hope he leaves. Please leave him, please, or your career is done. Yeah, everybody says Elisa Feliciano said 50-50 edge to Fundora because of Lubin's chin. Everybody says the same thing. And everybody's saying that Lubin's got a weak chin because of how Jamel Charlo probably exposed him and knocked the shit out of him. And with that being said, you still got to give credit to Lubin. Lubin's the last six defenses, he's actually or 5 fights he's actually won them pretty much convincingly. And I think that he's gonna come more soon enough to knock this guy out. But yeah, I think it's up for grabbing that fight. I don't know who I won in that fight. That Tony Harrison and Sergio Garcia, that's a tough fight for Harrison. Garcia's a hard puncher. He comes into fight. But I'm a big fan of. I'm going to ride with Detroit. I just like him. I always like him. I just wish he didn't show both. And he probably would have been a champion right now. No, soft spot says Fundora KO. Okay. So you're picking Fundora to knock out him in the seventh round. It could happen. It's going to be hard to get inside Fundora. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know Boxing Jams has his own video, and he was telling him how you can get inside. He has weaknesses, but that's how tall he is, and that reach. That's motherfucking Paul Bunyan. You have to know how to tear that up. Sue says, I got Fundora, but his defense is sometimes sloppy and doesn't use jabbing him. Yeah, I mean, but you're right about that. But he does to throw a lot of punches and stuff. But I won't sleep on him. I think the fight is more harder for Lubin to figure out than it is for Fundora. Fundora's got the reach, got the reach, the reach, the height. He can that long reach, like what 60. I don't know how fucking long it is. Probably as long as tall as I am, 5 feet even then, son. So he's got reach and everything. So it's very hard to get in the body of Fundora, because as soon as you try to go to the body, you got that jab is coming out or punches coming out from that reach. It's gonna be hard for you to get inside him. So you got to figure that out. I don't think nobody's broken down Fundora yet, or actually push him to a point where he can get exposed. So if Lubin really wants to get a interim title shot when he get the interim title shot to fight Jamal Charlo, he's got to earn it, because it's not going to come easy for him. No, he's not all that. I'm not saying that he's like all this the best sugar or cherry pie, whatever. I'm just saying that because he has a long reach, right? Because he has a long reach and he has his height, that's going to be a big problem for a shorter guy like Lubin to go inside and break him down. Because as soon as Lubin comes in there and gets close to him, it's going to be hard for him to hit him. I'm telling you. Well, you saying are you saying that if Rolly loses to Tank, he should fight Cruz? Yeah, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a great fight. I got you on that one. Other pal says, I want Fedor to lose, and I am Mexican. Takes advantage of his height just like the heavyweights. Well, he's got to. I mean, that's one thing that when I see tall fighters, any fighter that's tall, and I know they got an advantage over their opponent, and you don't use that height to your advantage, and you don't use that reach, if you have a long reach to your advantage, then you're just a damn fool. But I've seen fighters that are tall that like to be fighting the inside, like go to the inside, go to the body, and lower and lose that reach advantage and lose that height advantage, and literally trying to fight with a boxer that's smaller than you. Why would you do that? That's not good training. That's not good teaching, in my opinion. Yeah, he's probably skinny, but I mean, he's got some pop. I think nobody as tall as he is, nobody's got him knocked out yet. So there's something good about him, and you can't discredit that. He's undefeated for a reason. You know what I mean? He fought Sergio. I think he fought Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia is no joke. The guy that's going to fight Tony Harrison, and he beat him. And then he fought. I think Perella fought. I think who else he fought? But I'm just telling you. I mean, if he's that tall and he's that easily hit, why doesn't he get knocked down? Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, they brought that out. He doesn't faint. He just comes forward. You're right about that. I was actually watching a few videos from different channels that I usually follow. They really detail on stuff. Besides Boxing Jams, I follow that one, and I also follow the other one. I forgot the name I watched, and I watch how they tell you the story and stuff. And a lot, you got to have some type of feinting in your game to throw off the fighter to see how he's going to move before you make your shot, so you know where to go with that. So you got a point there. If he doesn't feint, then I give the plus to Lubin, but still that reach and that length. How the hell are you going to get from here? Honestly, how are you going to get from here? How? There's no fucking way. You have to figure that out. You got to go to the inside, baby, and they don't get it twisted. As soon as you're going to try to go on the inside against Fundora, he's going to start swinging away. AJ KO says, yo, all Fundora does is get hit. Yeah, he gets hit. He does get hit, but he also fights back. I'll be honest with you. As skinny as he is, I thought he was going to go in there and, somebody already knocked this big guy, knock him out. I've seen skinny fighters like him get knocked out. But for some reason, he's got to be talented enough to be where he's at. I forgot what his record is, so you got to give him credit. Kay says just checking in. Kay says, what's up, man? Yeah, that's the common opponent that him and Lubin had together with Coda. You're right about that, AJ Cowell. And look at the fight versus Coda. He was getting tagged. Yeah, he was getting tagged. I forgot if it was him that got a UD or Lubin knocked him out or something. And that common opponent, I think Lubin got the best of him. But we're not talking about. You're talking about 6'5", 6'6", with a 70-inch wingspan or whatever it is. It's gonna be hard to get inside there. That's just my opinion. AJ Ko says, looks at look at the guys he fought. Cole that was tagging. Yeah, he was tagging him. I think that was one of the arguments that they had back and forth between him and Lubin through boxing scene. If you go check the articles, that they would say, "Oh yeah, you say I got knocked the fuck out by Jamal Charlo, but you went so many rounds with Coda. Yeah, you won, but I knocked him out in like the first round or something." So they're going back and forth on that. But I'm gonna say it again. Coda's not as tall as a Fundora. Doesn't have the long reach like Fundora got, and that's going to be a problem for Lubin to get in. It's just my opinion. But him being chinny doesn't help it either. Pops, Fundora can fight. Needs to also mix in the outside fight to confuse the fighters. Yeah, he should feint and fake. Yeah, absolutely. He's got to go ahead and make some movement. If he's going to be a tall target and just come forward, he's just going to hurt himself all the way down. Hurt himself literally to the point where he's just setting himself up for Lubin to catch him and break that body down and then come with an uppercut or something. How you doing, Tony? God bless. Much respect to School Sports in the chat. Stop in to show support and hit the like button. Thank you so much, Tony. I greatly appreciate that. God bless. Hopefully, Brandon will be back. I don't know when. Like I said, he's got to go to a wedding this weekend. I didn't hear from him today, so he'll probably be here sometime. But I'll be here for the lives and stuff. Thank you again, Tony. Really appreciate it. As Suze M says, Pops, Fundora can fight in the inside, but must include outside fight to be successful. Yeah, you're right about that. But I think another thing that we got to see that I'm not seeing, if he comes forward, but he doesn't feint a lot. He doesn't fake and try to throw out the fighter, and that's going to be the problem with him. But that being said, we could switch it to the outside from Lubin. Lubin's got a weak chin. If Fundora lands any of his strong power punches and hits Lubin on the chin and catches him because he's very chinny, then we're going to find out. We're going to find out if Lubin really wants to fight with Jamal Charlo. We're going to find out Saturday if he wants to fight with Charlo. Tony Boswell says, I agree. As soon as if Fundora would play long range, then break them down, then come inside to try. Yeah, that's what he's got to do. He's got to do that. You be a fool being a 6'6" with that long reach or wingspan you got to not take it to your advantage. I mean, it's going to make it harder for the shoulder fighter, whether it's Lubin or anybody else, to come inside and try to break you down. At the same time, I will say what you guys are saying. Fundora needs to have more movement, needs to move around more, and not just fight from the inside and try to get the better of a smaller fighter in Lubin. He's 154. That's what they're fighting right now, so it's 154. Imagine that, a 6'6". When I look at him, I think him a Timothy Bradley of basketball, tall like that. But Timothy Bradley was like 7'6". I don't even know how he's boxing, but whatever, he's doing a good job of it. Milky Way. Did you see the podcast with the WC president and Paulie? No, I didn't see it. I didn't go. I usually go to Paulie Malajani's Paulie's TV to check him out. I didn't see it. I usually check out what he's got going on. What was going on? Tell me, Milky Way, fill us in or come on live, man. I'll throw the link down. You come and talk to us. Also, my son just made a video on Earl's Press going off on Conte, the guy that runs Snack that was involved with baseball, with drugs or whatever. I guess Stress went out and called him out on all kinds of shit. So yeah, I would never believe whatever that guy says for Conte, whether he's doing the snack thing for the fighters here, what he did in baseball was crazy. So he's always going to have a shady past. Yeah, 150. That'll be a good fight. But before we can talk about Berlanga needs to do some soul searching, and he needs to bring his skills up, man, big time. He didn't show me no in the last fight. Berlanga didn't show me nothing. I really like to see if once Berlanga got it going, I would love to see him fight David Morrell. That's what I want to see him fight. Morel's a beast. I want Morel. I think Morel will actually accomplish more than Bolanga. As Susam says, Fondora included slips in some angles. Yeah, he's got to do that, man. You got to do that. Remember, he's a tall fighter. A tall fighter, sometimes it's hard for you to get your movement the way you want. First of all, you're already awkward as it is being as tall as you are. The best thing about him that he can jab. He's got the long jab, got the long reach. He can move back and forth, this and that. But I don't think that he has. It's going to take him more to learn that, and I think he still needs to learn that. He needs the feints, the movement, the angles. But if he's going to stand in front of Lubin, and Lubin catches him, you just never know. What's going on, Eddie Morales? What's going on, man? Yo, what's going on? Tony Boswell. Victor sold a lot of baseball players out. What will he do if he have? Yeah. I remember back then. My son was young, but I took him to all that. Remember when Rafael Romero had to go. What's the Cubs here? Sammy Sosa, the slugger for the Cardinals was there. It was crazy. He sold everybody out, and look what he's doing now to boxing. So a lot of fighters that use that snack bullshit. No matter what you want to say about it, Conte's always going to have a shady past with it. But then what's funny about it, I was reading today that Conte is best friends with somebody from Vada Testing or something like that. So it's all in the cahoots. It's bullshit, if you ask me. Yeah, Fundora can break down Lubin. I think if he gets that movement and he actually jabs himself and uses his reach advantage and catches him one of his good power punches on that chin, he's got the advantage, if you ask me, as far as being his height, his reach is going to make it difficult for Lubin to get inside, but Lubin's going to need to break that down and figure out how he's going to do that. But if he's going to just stand there, like you guys say, Fundora is a good fighter, but he doesn't know how to feint, and he's going to stand in front of Lubin, he's going to be in trouble. But Lubin's just going to have to break that body. Just like Paul Bunyan, you got to chop that tree down. Go to that fucking body. It's the only way you're going to win this fight, I think. Pops, why isn't Fundora hasn't learned this already? What is his team teaching? Just become forward. I don't know. I know his father's one of his trainers, or whatever the case may be. It's like more like a family-oriented thing. But sometimes, even if you try to teach your father, your son, or anybody something, it doesn't mean that they're not trying to teach him what he has to do. It's just he has to adjust to it and do it himself and do it. And all starts going to the gym and actually trying out different things while you're in sparring. That's why sparring is a good thing, because when you have sparring, you're actually sharpening your skills, and you also learn new skills that you can bring back into the boxing ring. That's what sparring is about. It's not about being the king of sparring, or I beat all these guys in sparring, so that makes you to have your resume good. So when you go in the real fight, you get your ass kicked. No, sparring is to sharpen your skills, add new skills to your toolbox, and learn new things in your arsenal to get better. So that's what they need to do with him. Official Kuntabang 237 says, Tank and Willie are both beasts and both have a lot of flaws. It's all about who's going to be first to pull the trigger. Rolly keeps his chin up and Tank can't fight backwards. They are tailor-made for. Yeah, you're right, because Rolly will come forward a lot. Tank has a problem fighting on his back. And it's like you say, the first one that makes the biggest mistake is the one that's going to win the fight. Simple as that. I'll be honest. I think once that bell rings, they both are going to be like two pit bulls, let out the cages, and they're both going to go for each other's throat right off the bat. Who's going to be the smarter dog and win the fight? That's the question today. What the hell? Sanisa Estrada, how long has she been with boy? I have no clue, man. I don't know her life story on that. I could care less about. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. That's her business. If you know anything, just put it out there. I don't know. I really don't know about that. I think she's fighting next in May, though. I was watching one of BT's videos, and she was saying that she's gonna fight back in May. So yeah. But what do you guys think about Tony Harrison, man? What do you think about him? You still think he's relevant in the 154? Do you think he still got that dog in him? Do you think that how he went after Luis Arias today shows you that he still wants that get to the top, or you just think he's just there for a paycheck? I like what he brought. I like that dog in him. I like to see a fighter actually say, like, give my respect. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. You're gonna push me. I'm gonna let you know you messing with the wrong pit bull right here. And that's what I like. That's what I like about Tony Harrison. And I wish he was champion. But that being said, I want to see Crawford at 154. I want to see him join that whole list of fighters and see what they can do. I mean, at 154, it's got to eventually have somebody that's going to be the big dog. Right now, Jamel has the edge right now, and he wants to become undisputed. Undisputed. I don't know, man. You got to ask all those questions to VT. He'll let you know. I don't want to answer questions that's not my business. Official Kunta Bank 230. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to a draw. Something, but how many times have we seen a draw for every match to a trade? Oh, you're right. You're talking about the fight with Are you talking about the fight with Tank? Are you talking about the Tank fight? What? Nobody's talking about Ryan Garcia. Do you think Tagoe has a shot with Tag? You think that Tagoe has a shot with Ryan Garcia? Do you think that he can go out in there and actually cost Ryan Garcia and catch him with something, or do you think he's just another fluke? They say he's got power. I wouldn't doubt he don't have power. Do you think Ryan Garcia is gonna? Do you think Garcia is gonna take him to what is gonna knock him out in the first 7 rounds, 8 rounds, or you think it's gonna take longer? You know, you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about because you're talking about a trilogy with a tank. Only. Yeah, I think Tagoe. Nobody's. Like, the problem is when you got African fighters coming here that people don't know nothing about, or same when they bring some Russian fighters over here, or European fighters that nobody knows about. The first thing they want to say, oh, they're the underdog. They don't have this. They don't have that. I will say one thing about. I could be wrong, but for British fighters, but I see a lot. I call it. They play tennis a lot. They play tennis or they play paddleball. The titty tat amateur type style. The majority, not all, but most of them have that style that I don't like. What I've seen from Tagoe or what I've seen from Comey, Comey's not is better than Tagoe, of course, but they're from the same country. It's the movement, what they bring, the power they got. So you can never take them out. And any opponent that you're going to fight against, you got to keep that in mind. Any opponent you're fighting, you can never discredit them because you don't know on that one any given day you can get knocked out. So why would they bring him from Ghana? I think he's 33 at I don't know. I forgot how many knockouts he got, but then again, we don't know who he's fought to get there. I know my son interviewed him. My son got an interview with him, Harry Centennial's gym. I don't know. Yeah, he's got an interview with him, and I really liked his interview and everything when I first met him, when my son first met him and everything. So it was a great interview for my son and everything. But I think they don't always go by the record because he could have fought third. I'm not saying he has. I'm saying, but he fought most of his fights all in Africa. I think the last time he was active was in 2019. I'm talking about Tagoe, and for all we know, he fought the majority of he fought was tomato cans. We don't know, but what I'm saying now is you can't just always go by the record. But I will say one thing: they got some power. The African fighters got some power, and he can bring it. So Ryan, but not sleep on that. That's what I'm saying. Do not disrespect him because he might catch you. Ricardo Nogueja dice, hey man, what's up, Gervonta, la calle las tapas, le cae las tapas a Romero. He talked too much bullshit. We'll find out, man. Vamos a ver lo que va a pasar porque tengo la verdad. Tank, cuando él peleó contra el mexicano, I'm going to talk English and Spanish. Cuando Tank peleó contra el mexicano Pitbull Cruz, cuando le preguntaron enseguida que se acabó la pelea, le preguntaron si él quería tener una revancha con Pitbull Cruz y rapidito dijo que no. When Tank Davis fought Pitbull Cruz, right? When he fought him, you're saying you want Tank Davis to get to shut up Romero, but what I'm saying to you is Romero got some power, and I won't sleep on that. He can talk all the shit he wants, but he's a very confident fighter. Tank doesn't like to get hit, and what I mean by that, the reaction he gave me from the when they asked me for a rematch from Pitbull Cruz, that was supposed to be a nobody. He really happily said, no, I don't want to rematch when he hurt my hand or whatever. I hurt my hand, blah, 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 whatever he said. But so he doesn't get hit. What people are mistaken is Romero is when Romero talks, he talks crazy. He says all this shit. But you know what? That man's got confidence, man. So yeah, it'll be a tough fight for Gervonta. I slightly favor him, but I would not sleep on Romero's power. Agent Kale says, if Tony Harrison had a chin, he would be undefeated. Yeah, you're right about that because I think Lewis Harris must have knocked him out in the last fight because they were going back and forth while they were doing the Sergio Garcia and Harrison interview. So yeah, that's true. If he had Chinny, if he wasn't Chin, he would be. But then again, when he fought Jamel Charlo, I thought he won the first one. I thought he would have. I mean, he would have won the second one, but he started partying too much, man. You can't sit there and celebrate until the fat lady stops singing. Oh shit! Look what BT said. Oh, what's up, BT? Oh, BT, what's going on? Look, I've been ready for Sanisa. She just been on some bullshit lately. There you go. There you go. There you go, Cesar. The true school sports don't let you know what time it is. Alicia Feliciano said, I heard Tagoe is training with Alexander Zayas. He's going to be a threat. Ryan better not sleep on this dude. Yeah, I also heard that Alexander Zayas is going to go to over there to the Australia to help train with Kambosos. Shout out to the Puerto Rican. This Puerto Rican right here gonna be big. The next, I'm gonna say right. The next Felix Trinidad right here. I'm gonna say, Zane decides, boy, don't sleep on him. He gonna be going over to train with Kambosos, and Javier Centeno is his coach and his mentor. So it's good that he goes across the pond and he goes to Australia and see a different world. And why not? Why not with the Ushies? The Ushies, they love to party. They like to have a good fighters, show their talents and everything. So it'll be great for him. Look, you sound like his boss, man. Someone says, thanks for reporting in, champ. BT. All eight of you, please hit that button. Yeah, man. We don't know what's gonna happen. We just, we hit top follow boxing. I'm excited for I think Lubin. I think Lubin can beat Fondura, but he's gonna have to get in the inside game. I think Tank, like somebody said, he doesn't like fighting on his back foot. And both styles meant for each other. One likes to come forward, the other doesn't like fighting on the back foot. But I think the bottom line, the first fighter that catches one another with one power bite or big punch, that'll be the end of it. I'm telling you that right now because Rolly today showed me a lot. He showed me composure. He talked shit, but he showed me composure. He held his own. He told Tank how he felt. Tank went back and told him the same thing. What did Tank say to him? He said, all this shit you talking on social media, but you won't say that shit right now. I'm right here to keep it real. You know what I mean? And then Rolly got underneath Tank when he told him, you haven't fought nobody real. All you fought was weight drained fighters and fighters that were not even your weight. So basically, you told him, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So I like that. I like that energy that Rolly brings. Rolly's got that confidence. Like I'm telling you, some fighters, you see that confidence, you can't do well for that. You gotta love that. You gotta love that because they believe in themselves. They don't care what anybody else says, or else they wouldn't be there because of it. Because if they hadn't believed in themselves, they wouldn't be where they're at right now. Kambosos, if they didn't believe in himself, he wouldn't be where he's at right now. It is what it is. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Team Zoo, he'll get for Xander side is great. He's fought a lot of fighters, good fighters already. But just to get fight somebody humble, another humble fighter that I really like the way he talks, the way he trains. Even though people were expecting more from him from his debut here in the U.S. against Terrell Garcia, I think he did great for his first fight. He showed true grit. He got back up and he did what he had to do. And he fought and won the fight. That's what he had to do. He came into the U.S. and did what he did. And he's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. Tim Drew's only going to get better. And Zen Desire is only going to get better by learning. The more he learns from different fighters, the more he can soak that in, put in it to his boxing tool chest and his book, and learn from that and learn different things from everybody and appreciate that and stay humble. He's going to be great. I love Zen Desire. He's a great finisher. That's what I like about him. And everything about him I like. He's way ahead of Berlanga as far as skills goes. Ricardo Navarro says, yes, man, like as I is. He very good boxer. He would be knocking out all the Mexicans. Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna say, yeah, I mean he's good. We'll see. Everything's up to the level. I mean, right now, for Puerto Rico, I'll be honest, he's from Davie, Florida, but from Puerto Rico, you cannot push him away and say that he's not going to be the next coming Puerto Rican star because he right now it's too early to say about the way he's coming out. He's not flashy. He's not flashy like Berlanga. He's not doing all that crazy shit like Berlanga. He's not worried about blah, blah, blah. He's not worried about this rock star. He's not worried about this rap star. He's not worried about whatever. Don't get me wrong. He's very humble. Anybody gives him props or calls him up, Canelo or anybody, he's very appreciative. But when he goes in the ring, he shows you what he got. And that's what Berlanga needs. Berlanga needs somebody to teach him the fake things, the movement, more jabbing, throwing outside punches, throwing inside, outside. You know, he got to do that. You can't just go follow a fighter around and act like you did improvement, because he was very disappointed to me when Mickey Bay. Oh, Mickey Bay's fighting up too. Mickey Bay's coming. That fight Mickey Bay and Farmer was made too. I was reading about that. I forgot what date's gonna come up. And that fight's coming up. Mickey Bay was saying, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be a different fighter. You're gonna see the difference in him, and this and that." And I know it's gonna take a while to change the fighter style or teach him something new, because it's hard to get off that after winning 16 straight fights and getting 16 knockouts, to get off that mentality. But at the same time, you said you're gonna be different, and like Timothy Bradley said, you didn't change anything. Okay. Okay. Pops, do you die? I haven't. Now with my heart, I gotta watch what I eat. I eat like a lot of salads and stuff like that. I eat salads. Somebody, I think it was El Lapel or John the Gambler, told me to eat kale for my heart and all this other stuff. So yeah, so I have to watch out what I do. But that's sometimes. Sometimes I gotta cheat, because I don't care if I die tomorrow. I want to make sure I die happy. That's crazy. A tender meal a day, man. If I eat that much a day, you know how my metabolism will skyrocket, and I'll be back in shape like Rocky. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, you're right. The more you eat this and that, yeah, I might be this and that. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't have like I used to have. Uh, the ladder right here, nah, right now I got some of my medication. I'm all fucked up, but hey, I'll deal with it when the time comes. You know what I mean? But that's the motivator. All that stuff you say right there's the motivator. You gotta put it in God's hand, and everything will get better as the time goes on. I've heard you guys talk much about the Mosley fight with Gabe Rosado. You guys don't think anything about that fight? What do you think about Jaime and Gabe trying to fight this fucking Jacobs? That's pissing me off. I think it's bullshit. Uh, You got Jarrell Big Baby Miller coming, supposed to coming back in after June or July, back into boxing. What do you think about that? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about. That we haven't got more detail that we talk about, but we can. I like Josh Taylor. I told you what I like about Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor, he's willing to fight Catterwall, but he's got to fight his mandatories first. These different size is taking his boxing career very serious. Belonga too busy being. Yeah. You can't be in New York acting like a rapper. Are you gonna be a rapper or a boxer? Which one? You can't do both. You just can't do both. You can focus on your craft, get better at your craft. More so after you disappointed in your last couple of fights. You gotta go in that gym and look at deep inside. I gotta make some changes. I gotta figure out what's wrong with me, and I gotta do what I have to do, what's right for me. And if I don't do it, at the end of the day, I'm hurting myself, and that's it. Yeah, Jacobs, the Miracle Man, God bless him. He beat cancer. He was a champion before, but after I seen him when he went to fight Ryder, John Ryder in the UK, he looked like shit. So I don't think that's not that's not good for Jacob. Just retire. You're good already. But on the other side of the coin, you gotta blame Golden Boy, because Golden Boy is the one that's making this hype job. Jaime McGee be somebody that he's not. Like Jaime McGee should have fought Bubo Andre, should have fought Gigi before BG was sitting waiting on the paper cage. He could have fought other fighters that are on his level, but he hasn't done it. I was expecting him to come out now when he was supposed to fight Jamel Charles. That didn't work out because of selfishness between the networks. But what I'm getting at is, but then you're gonna pick. Then Golden Boy's gonna go ahead and pick a Jacobs fight, and you want to call him the next superstar? The fuck out of here with that. You know, he made me sick. I hope somebody beat him down to a pole. I mean, he lost that Hogan fight, and ever since then, I mean, I'm glad that Pereira's training Jaime Munguia, so I like that. I like to change his style side a little bit, but other than that, he's a fucking hype job. He will be a hype job as long as De La Hoya's behind him, and that's all he's gonna be. I'm waiting for somebody to knock him the hell out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be the first one to be happy. And that's not hating on Mexicans. I just hate the fact how they're bringing him up and making him be something that he's not. McGee's going to keep winning because he's not going to get the fights. He's going to fight fighters that are not his level. Simple as that. And he's gonna sit back and wait until fighters vacate and move out to another division, and then he's gonna go fight for a vacant title. It's just simple as that. You can't say that he's all this and he's all that when he's not actually fighting cream of the crop. You just can't do that. You can't say he's a great Mexican fighter when he's not doing it. Benavidez would kill if that fight ever happened. Benavidez at what 168 or 160. Benavidez would kill him. He'd be done. They won't even put him close to Benavidez. Tell you that right now. They won't even bring him close to Benavidez. Benavidez wants all the time. Benavidez got a good fight coming up with Lemieux, and I think Benavidez is gonna win that fight. And I hope that Lukowicz, he actually gets his shit together and gets the big fights for this guy because he does deserve his fights, whether it's with Canelo or any of the other 168 pounders that are in the division. He deserves to be up there getting the fights he wants and stop outpricing him or getting the fights. That only means when you outprice the fights that you really don't want him to fight the fights that the public wants to see. That's the way I see it. To all you, please hit that like button if you haven't. Crawford destroyed the fucking clown. He's not even in the same league, and I don't think he's gonna go down to 154 or 147 to fight Crawford. I'll tell you that right now. And I don't think Crawford's gonna go up all the way to 160 or 168 to go fight a chump like Munguia. You know, he'll go ahead and fight Spence at 147, or he'll go to 154 where he knows there's 154. There's a lot of fighters there. And he's got Jamel Charlo. That'd be a great fight if they made that fight. I'd rather see that than Spence and him. To be honest with you, I'm tired of hearing about Spence and Crawford. But Crawford and Jamel Charlo, I would love that. I would love that. And the same goes like with the Canelo. Canelo's gonna have to go ahead in there. He's got a tough fight with Bivol. People don't want to see it or not. But I said it before. Canelo doesn't know how to handle fighters that have a movement, that have motion, and I think Bivol has a 50-50 chance to win like any other fighter, and that it could be the upset. And then did you hear what Canelo Reynoso said that if Gigi loses the fight to Murata, that they're gonna go a different route. They're gonna fight the winner of Beterbiev and Joe Smith. I think that'd be a great fight for Canelo at 168. If he stays at one come down 175 to 168 and fight what's it, Joe Smith or in the winner of Joe Smith and well, I say Jesus Christ, I'm talking too fast. Beterbiev, that'd be a great fight. That fight right there would be another barn burner, but would be a lot of fire. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's as far as that going on. I want to see that. So, like I said, all the press conference were pretty good today. Nobody's really talking about the Gabe. All 18 you, please hit that like button if you haven't. I really appreciate it. Gabe Rosado versus what's his name? Mosley Jr. If any guys know a lot about Mosley Jr., let me know. I think Gabe Rosado is very experienced, got a great resume. He's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. I want Gabe. I like Gabe. I want Gabe to be that. Fondura and Lubin, I already told you that's a 50-50 fight. I will give Fondura. I will give the advantage because of Lubin's chin, and I think it's very difficult for him to get inside and get some body shots on a tall fighter like that. And then you have Harrison versus Sergio Garcia. That's really a tough fight. Out of all three of those fights, I think that's the toughest fight of all both fighters. Sergio Garcia can hit hard. He's fought. He lost to Fundora, but he put up a good fight. And I wouldn't doubt if Sergio Garcia knocks out Tony Harrison, because Tony Harrison he's also cheating himself. So I mean, I'm just telling you the way I see it. Let me see. You're saying Gabe shouldn't lose anymore. He says he has not much more to. No, he doesn't. What makes Gabe Rosado good is you look at his resume of the fighters he's fought. He's fought GG. I forgot all the names. He's got a whole list of names, but they all been like real good fighters, and he didn't get a lot of the decisions that he should have got. But you got to put respect in his name for what he's done for boxing and what he's still doing for boxing. So that's why I like that fight. I don't know what Mosley Jr. brings into the table. I don't know why even this fight was even being made. I think for me, having Mosley Jr. beats Gabe Rosado or gets his decision over Gabe Rosado, just having Gabe Rosado on his resume puts more light on him and his resume to get better fights. That's why I think they picked out Gabe Rosado. But I like Gabe Rosado. He's been around for a long time, and that guy's a warrior. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's not afraid to take on anybody, whether it's 160, 168. He just goes and does his job and goes about that. So respect to the Puerto Rican Philly fighter or California. And then the Ugas fight with Spence is going to be a great fight. I think Ugas going to bring it. They were seeing an article today. I don't know what today about Ugas and Spence that people are having issues because they're not being tested for battle tested while they're going through their training. So that's like real sketchy there. I don't know what you guys think about that. Now, Ugas or Spence are being tested. So what do you guys think about that? And both of those guys are pretty big after they get the dehydrate and the fight and they make weight. So what are you guys feeling about that? Talking about Gabe Rosado, he's saying wants to protect his brain after so many hits, gotta retire, gotta be like Mayweather. Not yeah. At some point you gotta be smart, but sometimes it's hard for fighters just to go out and get out of your comfort zone and do something better for yourself or try something different new. What's going on, buddy love? What's going on, man? Shout out to you, man. Hit that like button if you haven't. We're just talking here about all the press conferences that were going on today, and one of the biggest things that I like was Tony Harrison, man. He was caught and beat the shit out of Luis Arias because Luis Arias was calling him out while he was trying to have a conversation about the Sergio Garcia, who was his opponent. So that showed me a lot of guts about on Tony Harrison. It showed me the dog that he got. So shout out to Detroit. We talked about Fondura and Lubin. I think that's a 50-50 fight. I think Lubin's is chinny. So I mean, and if he can get through that, like I said, that long reach, the height off of Fundora and break him down like Paul Bunyan, he has a shot. I talked about Rolly and Tank. That's going to be a fire fight when it happens in the press conference. If you didn't see it, Rolly was saying that Tank was saying that Rolly's camp was all shit, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Then they asked Tank if he's taking it personal or just business. He said, this is personal. We already would have been on his doorstep. This is all about business. But one thing that I'm kind of shying away is that I hope that Tank leaves. I want him to leave LB and Mayweather. It doesn't seem to me that he's going to do that. Then I was watching the Ryan Garcia press conference. They did not show this. Ryan Garcia and Emmanuel Tagoe did not show the same energy they showed on when they were doing the outside workouts when they both confronted each other and wanted to fight each other. But today on the final press, they were just being like buddies, just shaking their hands and just went off. Who does that? So that one was like a hype job. Yeah, buddy, love you. Gotta love Tony Harrison, man. I wish he would have won that fight with Jamal Charlo, but he started. He didn't wait to the fact that he stopped singing. He started celebrating too soon, and Charlo caught him with a good shot, and that was in because I would have loved to see him get them belts to be champion again. And like somebody said, brought here on the live, they were saying that if Harrison wouldn't be so chinny, he probably would have been world champion all over again because. He said, I mean, I guess Luis Arias probably knocked him out in the last fight. And even though he didn't get the decision, that's why he was calling out what's his name, Harrison, while he was having his discussion about Sergio Garcia on the press conference. So yeah, if he had a stronger chin, he'd probably be a lot better. But you gotta respect that anyway. He's a motherfucking dog. He came out there and said, "Forget this press conference. I'm going after this motherfucker. You want to keep talking shit? I'm gonna rip this respect out of him." And I like that. I like to come out and like, oh yeah, you keep talking that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, you lost the fight. Yeah, you knocked me down, but you still lost the fight. So, and I mean, and if Luis Arias, and no disrespect to him, if he really wants to have that fight again, he's just gonna have to work for it, get back in the rankings, and when he gets to that level again, what he's supposed to be at, ask for the rematch, and then you can both do it like 2 men in the ring. You know what I mean? And that's it. But don't hate on the man because he got a decision over you that you felt you won, but you didn't get the decision. You didn't convince the judges enough to do it. What's up, one that says, how you doing, guys? All 18 you, please hit that like button if you haven't. We're just talking about all the press conferences that happened today, the May 28th one with Rolly and Tank. So you can add your feedback if you want to come on live and talk to me. You can. I can put you on here. Call in, just let me know. One that says, Luis Arias could lose to Tony because Luis hasn't made 154 ever. His last fight with her was at 160. Oh, wow. Okay. So what's the beef then? I thought that Lewis fought Harris or something. That's why they were going back and forth at it. I thought that they had fought already. That's what I thought the way he was going about it. Because I know his last fight, he walked out with his girlfriend because he didn't get the decision. I forgot who he fought. What's up, Francis Neely? God bless you. How you been, man? How's everything? Salute to you too, man. You're just talking boxing here, trying to get everything going, and talking about all the press conference today. What do you guys think about the Tank Rolly showdown? What do you think about Fondura, Lubin? What do you think about Mosley, Gay Rosado? What do you think about Ryan Garcia and Tagoe? What do you think about Murata and Gigi? Give your opinion. If you want to come on the live, you can come on the live. Yeah, pretty. You Assess. I'm glad you brought that up because Reynoso and Canelo says if obviously they don't want to fight Murata. He said if Gigi loses to Murata, the Canelo team Reynoso said that they're going to look for the winner of Joe Smith and Beterbiev. So that fight could possibly happen, Cesar. It's just a matter of time. Who knows what's going to happen? But that'd be great. If it, I would love that fight only because Canelo said I chose the second best fighter in Bivol to fight, and then if he fights Beterbiev the same way with no catch weight, no nothing, I gotta give all the props to Canelo straight up. Who you said who's been through a lot? You talking about Beterbiev or who? Who you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. But Peter Rip and Joe Smith, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I wouldn't sleep on Joe Smith, man. I was watching Joe. I was actually when I was studying the Bivol fight. Joe Smith, how he likes to beat his opponents is from what I was watching and studying. He likes to pressure his opponents, and he likes to make them the opponents make a mistake while he's pressuring them and coming forward and throwing those hard punches. What happened with Joe Smith and Bivol's movement cost Joe Smith to get frustrated, and he frustrated him to the whole time where Joe Smith couldn't get the punches he needed to beat Bivol. Yeah, so if anybody wants to go ahead and come on live, we can talk. Like I was telling you what was as far as the fights that I was saying. Happened. You got the Boo Boo with Zach Parker fight. What do you guys think about that fight? I think Boo Boo is gonna beat the fuck out of Zach Parker. People say don't sleep on Zach Parker because Zach Parker's got power. He's a young kid, this and that. But you know what? I'm gonna ride with Boo Boo Andre because and give respect to Zach Parker. This is mandatory, and he's actually he's actually got the fight with Boo Boo Andre, and I gotta respect that he's stepping in the ring that not a lot of fighters want to get in there with Boo Boo Andre, and a lot of people say, "Oh, he's a horrible fighter. He's not this, he's not that." I don't want to hear that bullshit narrative about how bad he is. Just get in the ring, make the fight happen, iron it out there. One SS says Lewis Harris was throwing a good fight at 160. Harrison is pretty big for the weight. Jason Rosado looks strong at 160. He fought twice in Lubin in the public. Yeah, man, I haven't heard much from Banana Rosario since he lost those awful fights. He should have stayed with Luis Chito. He a Puerto Rican coach out here in South Florida. He was doing good with him. I don't know why he left him. What's up, H Money? You ain't going live tonight, H Money? You missed Brendan was here earlier. He was just commenting on the live, but he didn't come on the live. But he was here. How you been, man? Are you throwing a big should I say Super Bowl party or big David Haney party on your channel when you have it live for that fight? Or what you doing for that celebration if Haney pulls the upset? H Money, what are you doing? I think do something crazy if they win. Come on, H Money. Y'all go follow H Money. He ain't no joke. He's one of the good ones out here. What do you think, H Money? Are you throwing a big party? Are you having all your fans over? Are you gonna have to put it at the house? You gonna have a big live party if Devin Haney watch the fight? What's going on, man? Because I know you ain't sleeping. I know you ain't sleeping. I know you're wide awake and you can't wait for this fight to happen, huh? Like I said, I can invite you to come on the live if you want to talk a little bit or whatever. It's up to you. I know I'm not BT, but it'd be nice to have you. But it's okay. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Luis Aries lost to Ron in the tank with Pitbull. Oh shit, that's what it was then. That was upset. Oh yeah, he should have won that fight. To be real, he should have won that fight. Come on, man, you gotta have that H Money. What you call it, a mentality. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have it. Let's go. He is the man. David Haney. He's gonna get it. He went to Australia. He kicked that motherfucking ass. Not once, but twice in Australia. Who can do that? You tell me who can do that. Who's the young man? Hey, David Haney. The dream has done what I said he could do. Yeah, the David Haney. Yeah. So yeah, I know you go. I mean, like I tell you, H Money. For me, for him to win that fight, he cannot go in there and titty tat. He's got to go for the start of the belt and fucking rip Kambosos' heart and throat out. If he doesn't do that, he's gonna lose the fight, in my opinion. That's just me saying that. I think he's just got to do that and show that and get that, gain that respect from Kambosos. I mean, remember, no Kambosos. I mean, Haney is not Teofimo, but you see what Kambosos did to Teofimo. I wouldn't be surprised if with the crowd and everything, he's got to go in there and rip his throat out from the beginning. So that way he can shut the crowd off, and that way he can concentrate what he's got to get done. If he don't, it's going to be a long night for him. That's my opinion on that. He's got to show something. My son thinks differently. My son thinks that he should go in there and box him, and as rounds goes on, figure him out. I don't think so. I think you got to go in there from the beginning. And first, Kambosos already disrespected you on the press conference, calling you a boy and a kid. You came out with the energy. David Haney came out with the energy saying, "I'm not a boy and a kid," right? So then, if you did that, then you got to take that same energy as soon as that bell ring and gain your respect from Kambosos. Because if you don't, it's going to be a loud, hostile, a lot of hushies, drinking, having fun, and celebrating Kambosos, and it's going to be tough for you to get that fight, win the fight. That's just my opinion. Oh, Poppy might go to the fight. No, I can't. Brandon can probably go. I probably can't. I can't go. I got my heart to my thing, but I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight. I think what Haney's done as a young undefeated fighter, the opportunity came for him because the reality was, Kambosos wanted Lomachenko, and that it didn't happen. God bless Lomachenko and his family for what's going on with the war. But that being said, the opportunity is there after 15 years in the rut, like his father said in the interview. We're on a come up. We started in Mexico. We're on a come up right now, and we only didn't sign for this fight for one time. We signed for 2 times. So I mean, if he could just if he beats Kambosos the first time, which is gonna be tough to do, but if he does it, he's already got inside Kambosos' mind because he beat him once and they have to fight again in the same place though. But I mean, that will just fuck up his head. But he's got to take that. Like I said, he's got to go and do what I said, or he's gonna lose the fight. I think Ryan says the fight is I think it's at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning U.S. time. So I'm gonna figure out what time they're actually there, what time it is, and I'm just gonna get up and go live. Yeah, I don't think he will. I think he learned from that too. I think him watching him, he's as big as Tio. So you're right. I don't think his dad is not a crazy Teofimo Senior. You know what I mean? His dad's got some common sense and let his son talk, and he's gonna be there for him, and he's got that tone. So having his father there, supporting him and coaching him is the best thing that can have because his father's not crazy like Teofimo Senior. What I mean is his father, David Haney doesn't have to worry about his dad doing crazy things while he's training or getting himself together for the fight. So you're right about that. He's not going to make the same mistake as Teofimo. He's going to go in there with a different mind frame and he can get it. H Money says, Pops, I agree with BT. He should just buy. Yeah, that's what my son was telling me. He was like, Dad, he cannot just go in there and just like go in there and just start throwing punches and fire away. And he's got a box. He's got to box the fight the fight the style that he fights. And then when he gets a great opening, then go for the kill. That's what my son says. So you probably both going to say, I'm just crazy. I just think differently. My mentality, if I go to war, if I'm going to war, I'm going to make sure, especially if I'm a heavy underdog, I got to make sure I shut you the fucking out right away. I'm not saying that I'm going to go there and start throwing heavy punches and that, but I'm going to throw my punches to land to get you my respect right off the bat. And if you're going to go in there and tittle tat and pat, play tennis ball like I call European boxers, you're going to lose that fight. And I'm not saying that because I know how talented David Haney is. He's got a lot of tools in the box. Maybe this is the time he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. So yeah, so you can go with my son. My son, between me and my son has thinks the more logical. And I'm not trying to discredit myself. I've been in the war. I've been jumping out of planes. I've seen shots and everything, all kind of shit. So my mind, when I think about something, I think totally differently than try to reason or rationalize. I just see it the way I see it. LFL, Jamel fights same day as Mayweather. Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. I mean, well, it's competition, and you know Mayweather sells no matter what, even if it's an exhibition. But hey, that being said, I think Jamal's gonna help. His fight's good too. So if they're at the same day or different times, if they're at the same time, it's gonna be a problem. But if they're fighting at different times, people can actually see a part of one and see the full of the other. I mean, personally, I'm not gonna watch Mayweather. Why? Mayweather's a billionaire. He's doing everything great for himself. Those exhibitions, just paychecks. He's gonna put more in the bank. He's already well accomplished by the Indian outside of the ring. I'm more concerned with what's really going on in the real side of boxing, the real fights in the ring. And I would rather watch the Jamal fight. Because Jamal fight Castano, that's going to be a big fight because the winner of that could actually fight the winner of probably Lubin and Fondura. You know what I mean? You don't know. Stalin says, Rolly is going to get rolled. And he says, just keep it at 100. We'll find out, man. That's why the fight's going to be made in the ring. I'll be honest with you. I think ultimately Tank will win the fight, but I'm not going to sleep on Tank. I'm not going to sleep on Rolly. Rolly, Tank does not like to get hit at all. I mean, he didn't even want to rematch with Pitbull. Nobody knew shit about Pitbull. But there was something that Pitbull did to Tank Davis that made Tank Davis say, hell no, I don't want to piece him again. And I'm willing to bet and willing to guarantee that Rolly hits harder. He hits harder and punches harder than freaking Pitbull, and he's a natural 135 pounder. I think Pitbull, I don't know if it was 135 or he's coming, but he's not, and that's going to be the difference. And if you watch it today, Tank was right on his face in his grill. He told him, you can talk all that shit on social media, but I don't see the same energy here. I don't think so, man. I think Rolly's got the energy, so it's got a 50-50 chance. But you're right. I think for Tank got a lot of anger, a lot of frustration because he hadn't gotten the better fighters that he wanted to fight, the better champions in the division, and no disrespect to Rolly. So I think he's gonna let all his frustration out on Rolly, but don't sleep on him. I got George stopping Haney. He didn't look good against a featherweight in Jojo Diaz. Yeah, you're right. But this is what you gotta understand. You can't. You always try to judge a fighter from the last dance or the last fight that they had. But the reality is, Jojo Diaz, I don't think was actually 135 pounder anyways. He's a 130 pounder anyways. He was gonna come up anyways. So that being said, I think the stakes are high now for David Haney. And what I mean by that, he doesn't know if he's going to get another chance and fighting on Kambosos again. You might get these 2 times right here, and that's it. And he's been waiting 15 years to do this. And he also wants to prove a point that he wants to become undisputed. It can happen. But that being said, I don't think that he's going to walk into the school ground and take Kambosos' free lunch and walk away that easy. Kambosos, I think his confidence is a lot higher now and a lot better because he's been working his ass off on the gym maybe twice as hard now. So if Haney's got to go in there and like I'm going to say, he's got to dominate in dominant fashion to get on Kambosos because if he doesn't, it's going to be a long night for him. Stalin says, Kambosos beats Haney ball bags. Yeah, I mean, we know that could happen. I'm not saying that, but I mean, for the young buck to go there, you got to think what Haney did. Haney's got to go across the pond once and fight twice with 53,000 hostile Australians. You got Kambosos. I think for me, he's got to go in there and do it the first time. Beat the shit. If you're going to win this fight, you got to take his throat the first time if you're going to do it because if you don't, it's a long night for you. And I think Kambosos is not going to be easy at all. I don't care who fights Kambosos, whether it's going to be him or even Lomachenko. Lomachenko, I would have picked him. I would have picked Lomachenko over Kambosos for sure. No disrespect to Kambosos, but because of what I say for Lomachenko, what he did on his last fight, I like what he showed. I see the hunger. He won those belts. I just think that in this fight right here, Haney's got to come rip his throat out. If he don't, it's a long night for me. I think Kambosos will do to him what he did with Tio. One that says he didn't look good against no or 80-year-old Gamboa. Yeah, Gamboa, he didn't, and that was my knack on him all the time. But you know what? The reality is he still wins. I mean, he still wins. Uh, and I don't. Sometimes I think there's levels to boxing, and you got to push that fighter to come out of that zone where the comfortable zone where he doesn't pull out everything in his toolbox. I mean, because if you watch Haney in the gym, that motherfucker work hard. He does everything hard. So I'm not saying that he doesn't put the work in the gym. I just want him to transfer that to when he, under the lights and do it in the big time. And I think it's going to be very hard for him to do it against Kambosos if he goes in there and plays tennis with him. Pops, what's your favorite thing in the world? My favorite thing in the world is what's my favorite thing is being with my family, having Christ Jesus, and having my health. That's the most important thing. Back when I was younger, my mentality was different. I would have been booze, screwing women, and booze. But I'm old now. Cam got the skills to close the ring, and Loma fight was way tougher for Kambosos. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that fight happened with Kambosos and that would happen, and Lomachenko, it would have been a big. I'm telling you, it would have been not easy. I'm willing to bet that Kambosos it would have been tough for Kambosos. And the way Lomachenko fought the last fight before this all happened, I could just sense that he was still hungry. I could sense that whoever he stepped in the ring, he wants all his belt back, and he was willing to get it. And it would have been tough, but I think that would have been a better fight. But it couldn't happen right now, so you gotta take what you got. Pops, when you gonna watch this little people in 105? I'm not talking about. I'll check them out. I haven't right now. I'm just talking about the main events here. I mean, I could pull up the computer now. We could talk about some of the 105 if you want. Hey man, that's what life is all about, man. It's like the American dream. You come here to America, it's up to you to make something out of yourself, out of your family, whatever history, whatever legacy you want to do. Kambosos took care of his opportunity. He did 20 some years, or how long he been in boxing, going through everybody else's backyard, going through all kinds of stuff. Nobody believed in him. Nobody but the Ashish and himself, and he proved the world wrong. Nobody believed him when he fought Teofimo. He was a heavy underdog. He's a heavy underdog right now against Haney, and he's fighting in the backyard of his house, the backyard with all his Ashish, and he's still an underdog. So I mean, that underdog mentality might be the best thing to have in your back of your mind, because no matter where you're gonna go, like right now, that him not being a favorite to fight with David Haney, it's gonna cost him to be more hungrier and more better and make the fight a lot tougher for Haney. Vanessa says Nico Ali is going to be a world champion. We can't judge the opponent right. He wins like you said. Yeah, it's too early. I think a lot of that is, and I'll be honest. I wish him the best. I hope. I know he was training with Sugar Hill Stewart. I don't think he's training with him anymore. He changed trainers. And I liked it when he was Sugar Hill still. I think a lot of it, he's got the Ali name behind him. They're gonna marinate that name for as long as they want. As each fight goes on, he's only gonna get better, and he's only gonna hopefully get to where he wants to get at. But right now, it's too premature to say how far and how long he will go. Alapal says someone in Haney camp said he was going to pass Mayweather 15-0 record. Now, please. I know he looks up to Mayweather and all this other stuff, but he by all means he is no damn no. He by no means he's a Mayweather. I'm sorry, he's not even close. Yeah, the underdog mentality will always give Campos the edge because he had it through his life. And what he's doing now, he's giving the same medicine to all the boxers that gave him the same shit where he had to go travel over the world and they had to go to his backyard and he had to go to all this. Now he's giving the same medicine that they gave to him to the other fighters to see how they like it. It's unfortunate it's not Haney's fault, but that's just how it is, man. He basically kept us. I had to go through the struggle. I got all kinds of shit. I got shit on no matter where I went. Nobody believed in me. Now I'm the A side. I'm the emperor. I'm gonna call shit the way I see it, whether you like it or not. So talk your shit, Kambosos. You earned it. I think so. I think that that gets him the edge more. But that being said, at the same time, on any given night, you don't know who you're gonna fight. He's fighting a young Haney that's a lot younger than him. Haney's got, I think he's got power. We never seen the best of Haney yet, but I think this could bring out the best of Haney in this fight right here because of the stakes that are at hand right now. But I think Kambosos could pull it off. I just think that if Haney's gonna do it, Haney's got to go do it right away. All 15 of you, if you haven't, please hit that like button. If you want to come on, just hit the link that I put down there. César, esto es boxeo y esto es todo lo que tú quieres hablar. Solamente cosas buenas, no grosería. ¿Oíste? This is boxing. If you want to talk, it's good as long as we keep it clean. When it says this, I don't care what nobody said. Gary Ross Jr. lost the fight. If there was a rematch, he would destroy Gary. Gary doesn't fight often. He makes excuses why he doesn't fight. He's talking. Well, right now, he fought. You got. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, he lost that fight. But the reality is, he only had one hand throughout the fight. There was no reason, but we couldn't finish him off. He didn't do that. And he showed true grit, Gary Russell. But I do agree in the fact that you say that he doesn't fight enough. He's got to fight more. Fight more than just once a year and get people like him. So he's got to get the fights that he wants. But that being said, without having him there, you can actually say his brother, the one that just fought, the other one, Russell. I forgot his name. The young one. He looks good, man. He just beat Victor Postal, and he looks hungry and he looks to succeed. So watch out for him. He's not going to be easy to do. So yeah. So the other Russell unit, he's pretty good, and I think that he's gonna. I think he's gonna be more active than his big brother Gary Russell Jr. And Russell just got to come back out, heal that hand, and come back out, and hopefully get a rematch, or hopefully get the fights that he's supposed to get. Simple as that. But I mean, as far as what he did with one hand throughout that fight, I mean, you got to give him props for that. He fought with one fucked up hand. So regardless if he fought once a year or not, I mean, he was in a very uncomfortable situation. He did the best he could. All 15 of you, please hit that like button if you haven't. Thank you for being here. For Two School Sports, subscribe if you want. Hit the super chat if you want. We're talking about the today's press conferences. We had the Fondura Lubin press conference. We had the Ryan Garcia, Emmanuel Tagoe press conference. They also had the Tank and Rolly, Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero press conference. That was really a lot of fire in that. Then they also had a clip of the Murata and Gigi fight also. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We just got to talk about. One SS says, I just don't like how he came in injured after a long layoff. No excuses, Mark. Won that fair. It's on Gary. Losers don't get the belt at the end of the day. No, they don't. They don't. And you're right what you're saying. If you're complaining, you weren't complaining about your injury before, and all of a sudden now you're saying your shoulder was hurt, whatever the case was. I mean, that's you can't make excuses. When you hear fighters start making excuses, then to you can't really respect them because they're not being honest with themselves. I heard that from Berlanga. Berlanga, oh, my shoulder or something was hurting him now. No, that's just an excuse. You fucking didn't fight right. You had 8 weeks to train. You got Mickey Bay on your side. You have the other trainers that you have the other freaking guy. You have Rosetta. He's fucking sucks. You had him on your side. You've been having him for a long time. That you didn't do shit with you but carry the Puerto Rican flag, and that's all he does. And gets a fat pocket. But my bottom line is Berlanga. You gotta make changes that's gonna have to make you better. But don't go making interviews. Whoever you are on Berlanga's corner and say he's gonna be a lot better when he comes out. And when we watched the whole fight, and Timmy Bradley said the same thing. He didn't see a damn thing. He didn't see no changing in Berlanga at all. At all. It was the fucking most embarrassing thing that you can actually see. Having a fighter that oh yeah, he's gonna come. The last fight was a disappointment for Berlanga. Then coming back again after he got Mickey Bay, the trainer side, and then you have like 3 different trainers giving you instructions in the corner. That's all confusing. He said, "Oh no, I'm used to all that." It's bullshit. You can't be in the middle of a fight knowing that you're supposed to come up there and show that you could feint, that you got movement, that you improved. You haven't done a damn thing. So hopefully he can do some soul searching and get himself together, because I would like to see Berlanga on the come up, but he's got to make a lot of changes, and it all starts with him first before anything else. He can't blame his team. He can't blame nobody. He got to blame himself. And how do you fix that? You get back in the damn ring and you practice and you spar. And if those coaches ain't teaching you what you're learning and you can't learn it, find somebody that can make it easier for you to understand. One of my suggestions was, when my son didn't agree with me, I would have loved him to come down here to South Florida and train with Javier Centennial and Sanders Ayers, because even though they're different weight classes, Sanders Ayers can actually spar with him and teach him like different things that he knows in his game. And since they get along pretty good, you could probably learn it faster from Ayers than anybody else. Todo bien, Daddy Yankee Balanga. He's everything's good. That's Daddy. He call him Daddy Yankee Balanga. Yeah, he's a young age. He's got all these stars. He's got everything. He got all the fame and everything. But you got to put that to the side, man. At some point, you got to say, okay, my last four fights, I look like shit. I wasn't punching. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not fainting. I'm not. All I'm going for the power punch. I'm not even trying to make any movement. I'm following. He fought. What's his name? The fighter he just fought was an older guy. The guy he just fought was an older guy, and he was chasing. He actually fought him better than he did. He chasing him around. He had more movement than Berlanga. How you get that? He had more movement than Berlanga in that fight. Come on, man. You embarrass yourself. I mean, you got this Puerto Rican thing and all that. Put all that shit to the side. Humble yourself and get in the ring. Understand you need to get better, and the way you do it is through hard work. Oh man, I don't remember that shit. I don't really remember. I don't remember that. I remember Willie Joppy. I heard his name. I know Trinidad came out. I know he came up, but I don't remember the whole thing. I'd have to go refresh my mind on that. Like I told you, you asked me the question, like I can't answer that right away because my mind's not that good. Bolanga said he doesn't need to learn anymore. So he doesn't need to learn anymore. Not sure if he really, yeah, well, that's the problem. If you get a big fat head and you think that's the way to go about it, and you don't know how to humble yourself and realize that you're not as good as you think you are or as advertised, then you got issues if you think you're going to win just by power. No, I don't think JC's still promoting boxing. I don't know. I don't think so. I forgot if he isn't. I don't think he is anymore. I could be wrong. No, I haven't heard anything about Pops. Did you hear some guy claims he signed Terrence? Please get the fuck out of here. Did you try to get me? That's a bullshit. Nobody knows what Terrence Crawford's gonna do. Rumors were saying that he might sign with PBC, a two-fight deal, but nobody actually knows what's going on and exactly what Terrence Crawford's gonna do. He is a free agent. I hope that he's been quiet lately. Maybe he's just waiting. Maybe they actually do have a finalized fight with Spence after he beats Ugas. Who knows? We'll only find out. But the best thing I could tell you is Spence already said that as soon as the Ugas fight is done, he's going to try to get that Crawford fight. So we just got to stay tuned and find out. No, I don't have no video games yet, man. I don't. My son's the one that plays all them video game stuff. I'm not really good with all that stuff either. You think I'm bad with this computer thing? Get me in the game. You'd be so frustrated with me because I'll be like, damn, you'll blow me out in the game real quick because I'm not good. I'm not good with all that crap, But I mean, it's good to have. It's a stress reliever. It's just stuff. Tessa says, play Fortnite or Call of Duty multiplayer online with Mike. I still got to do everything else like training. Okay, yeah, of course, yeah. Don't worry, Tessa. Wait, hey, Tessa, I gotta start. Once I go to my clinic to my doctor to start working out and they work my heart and everything, I'll let you know when I start running and stuff. Like I don't know right now what this damn. I can tell you if I take my shirt off, you'll see the damn thing I have on my heart. It's crazy. Hey, boxing man, I'm trying to do the best I can. I sure ain't perfect. I'm not BT, but I try to keep our conversation with everybody, and try to talk and I get feedback, and that's all that matters. If anybody wants to come on, you're welcome to come on. I'll throw the link down. When it says Terrence Crawford will make PBC debut on the Spence Ugas card, it's gonna be like WWE. The Crawford comes out. It's gonna be like. Trust me, you make me laugh every time you say that. Nah, I can't do nothing right now. Right now, I can't do nothing because I don't know the reaction to it. I really wanted to. I used to do stretches. I used to do push-ups at night, sit-ups at night. But when I have this device in my heart, you could like literally feel it, and I'm not comfortable with that yet. So I just can't do things like you expect me to do. But I'll let you know, Sasa. Don't worry about it. We will. I'll videotape when I start working out. Okay. Cálmate que yo te voy a enseñar. Oíste, yo antes cuando estaba en el ejército, yo cogía 5, 4 millas, yo hacía, levantaba pesas, yo comía bien, yo comí bien y todo eso. Es que ahora que estoy enfermo con esta mierda, pues tengo que esperar que el doctor me da un clearance. Yeah, man, when I was in the military, I used to run 5, 6 miles a day, 4 miles, get up in the morning, do my push-ups, my sit-ups, all that. But that, I didn't expect to have this freaking thing in my heart, the defibrillator in my heart. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it's very uncomfortable. I can feel it in here. I don't know what the hell I can do or not. So I'm not going to jeopardize it. So I have to wait until they give me clearance. But don't worry. When I do, I'm going to show you. I stand next to Arnold Schwarzenegger and I send you a picture, okay? Oh, I will, Cecil. Don't worry. I do like to work out, believe it or not. I just like with this was a big setback for me. I could do this. I do that sometimes, but it depends how. I said, can you go for a walk and do videos? We're gonna see you do live stream in your minivan. One day I will. I don't mind. I don't mind. It depends how hot on night when it is. I usually go for walks. I have a pit bull. I have a pit bull that I got from the Humane Society, and I have a little Jack Russell. So I go on my walks at nighttime and stuff, but it's not enough. You know, I started that. I got on the treadmill like about a month ago, and I was like, that's because it's bullshit, but it'll get better. But I like you. Thank you for your motivation, Cesar. Because if anybody I see work out a lot, it's you. You work out, you come back and alive, you go back, you do this, you do that. So I respect that. Yeah, I'm walking. I can walk. I want to run. That's what I want to do. I want to freaking run. Running is the best thing for me. Walking is the best thing for you, but I like running. Running, I can break my sweat, do my thing. And I gotta get do it. I used to work out with BT, but BT's a young buck. BT's I'm on a different level than BT. I still run, but I can't run that 6 minute, 5 minute mile that BT be running fast. But yeah, I'll get it right. So I'll let you. Don't worry. When I start working out, I'll make sure I'll post a video and let you all know that I'm working out and stuff. But I just gotta get a clearance about my heart. But thanks for asking. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So back to boxing, like I was saying. Yeah, boxing. We have a lot of fights out this weekend. If you guys are hungry for some boxing, you got it all this weekend. You can't say you don't have it. So there'll be a lot of fights. Like I say, today I just wanted to talk about the press conferences that were going on. Some of them were real fire, were very exciting. Other of them were like, But there's a lot of boxing going on. You got the Zone with Ryan Garcia's card. You got Mosley, Shane Mosley fighting on that card. Junior and Gabe Rosario. Then you got the Showtime card where you got Fundora, Lubin, you got Harrison, Sergio Garcia. I mean, you got some good fights there. You have Brian Perella fighting. I forgot the New Mexican guy that just came out. They name out there. So I mean, the card's actually pretty good there too. You got the same 5 o'clock in the morning Saturday or whatever you want to call it. You have the Murata Gigi fight. I mean, if you don't want to, if you're starting for boxing and you don't want to get watch them this weekend, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah, you gotta sometimes test it. You gotta sometimes rest that body. I mean, when I used to go out work Monday through Friday, right? And then I would take Monday through Friday, and I would take either Saturday and Sunday off, and get back at 5 o'clock in the morning and do my whole thing again. I hope the Boo Boo fight is gonna be broadcast in the U.S. It's a shame it was only UK. People can stream, but I prefer to watch. Yeah, I mean, we all want to watch it, but at some point, if they don't show it, you're gonna have to find a way to see it. Only because you're a fan of see what's gonna happen. I think Zach Parker is a young cat. He's young. He's got power, and he's relying too much on that power. And when you get into a fight with somebody like Boo Boo Andre, not saying that you can't catch him because he's been touched up a couple times, but they haven't knocked him out and anything like that. I don't. If he rely too much on that power and the movement and the way Boo Andre fights, it's going to be very difficult for the young buck. Yeah, I still got the old military uniform. I got it. I still got it. I got 82nd Airborne, everything. No, it don't fit, man. I'm 50, man. I wasn't. Hey, I wasn't married back then either. Let me see if I got this shirt here. Let me show you the shirt if I got it. I think my son got. I gave it to my son or my wife got it. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. Oh no, that's not here. What the hell is that? I don't have it here, but I'll bring. I'll bring it tomorrow. I have it in the other closet. I'll bring it to you and I'll show you my military uniform. It's got the 82nd born airborne patch, the 2 war patches from when I went to the war. But that don't fit me no more, man. I used to be a size 28. I'm like a size what, 30 now, 36 or something like that. Man, when you get old, man, you gotta stay busy and keep in shape. If you don't watch what you eat, especially when you get older. I just want to see Boo Boo get the fights he needs. He's gonna make. He's gonna make. I think 1 million off this fight over here in the UK. I don't know who he's gonna sign with. I'm kind of really want to find out who he's gonna sign with. Just to see who's gonna take. I'm pretty sure if he signs with Al Heyman, so be it. You know, he's got to sign with somebody that's gonna give him the fights. Eddie Hearns didn't support him at all. He's more interested. All 14 you please hit that like button if you haven't. Uh, he's more concerned more of Eddie Hearns more concerned with the face of boxing, which I wouldn't blame him. It's Bubo Andre. I mean Canelo, but at the same time, you know, it's so sad that you can't support your other fighters the way you should. So, and that just shows you the true colors of Eddie Hearns. You know what I mean? But then every promoter has their favorite pet peeve or the favorite fighter that they're gonna actually favor more than another. That's just the way it is. You know, there's nothing we can do about that. Well, yeah, it sounds like tomorrow I'll pull out the uniform and I'll show it to you. I'll put it. I can't put it on though. That shit like now I used to be cut and everything, man. Now age, you know. But I was in U.S. Army, Fort Bragg, in the 82nd Airborne. I went to the Gulf War. Yes, sir. But anyways, I got a few more minutes left. I'm not gonna stay live like I did yesterday. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, if you guys want to come on and talk, don't be afraid. I'm here. Uh, I can put you on here. I'll drop a link. Let me see. When it says, Rolly didn't look nervous. He just chose not to go out and talk trash. Davis is talking more than he usually does. Yeah, I mean, Davis was really upset. I think what Rolly said to him was like they said you fought was all weight trained fighters or actual fighters that weren't your weight. So you know, get that bullshit out of here. And he told him straight up, you're gonna get fucked up when we get in the ring. And hey, he letting him know. I'm telling him, he's not afraid. He's not afraid of that. He's not afraid of doing his thing, and it's gonna be a war May 28th in that fight. I ain't gonna lie, that fight it's gonna be good. I like the I can't wait to see the Charlo with Brian Castano. It's gonna be another war. I think that's gonna be a great fight. I think Charlo's gonna beat the shit out of Castano though, even though I thought Castano won the first fight, and was favoring Castano the second fight, but after I see what Charlo was talking about, you know. And I got to go check out the interviews that Brian Custer had on the last standing podcast with I guess he had Ruiz Jr. on there, and he had somebody else. I got to check them out, see what they had to say. Okay, Tank says. One that says Tank looked like the same height as Rolly when they faced up. Was he wearing heels? I don't know, but he was serious with what he was saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, take care, Cesar. Have a good night. I only got a few more minutes left, and I'm probably gonna get off. About another minute or so. Thank you guys for being here, for supporting me, talking to me. BT will be hopefully be here next week or whenever he can, and I'll be here for the fights. I'll cover them live. I'm probably gonna do the Fondura, Lubin, and probably the Ryan Garcia, and then right after that, probably get up in the middle of the morning and see if I can find a link and actually do the Murata Golovkin fight. When it says, Castano showed me in the first fight he can only fight when Charlo was in his ropes. Yeah, but I mean, he totally. I think he dominated him off in the ropes too. He dominated big time, and Charlo had no answer for that. But the way Charlo was talking right now, man, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy as hell. Yeah. Anyways, you guys are probably gonna cut it early tonight. I'm not gonna stay for 4 hours tonight. Tomorrow's another day. If you have any ideas or whatever, either let me know on the link or you know, uh, uh, my Instagram is shorty 1968, too short 1968. So if you want to leave me a message or something, or have any ideas or any lives, you let us know what you want for the channel, then we'll do it. We'll do the best that we can, and we'll go from there. That being said, I'm probably gonna get off. Had a great night with you guys. Tomorrow's another one. If you guys haven't hit that like button, please do. The like button, it's going to help the channel. It's going to go ahead and do for this channel, and spread out to the whatever YouTube, Instagram, whatever it's called. Yeah, I've done live for small cards. I ain't gonna lie with you. I have, that one. It says when Harold's here, he gives me some lives for small card, but they gotta be decent because the last one was horrible. I don't know, man. I should have been a jockey. I should have been a jockey. I'm like barely 5 feet, 5'2", and back in the day, I had this girlfriend. Her dad was a big jockey, man. I should have gone into jockey. If I had jockey and would have been riding them horses in the horse races, I'd be making some big money now. I would have been rich by now. But I was out in the streets messing around with girls and doing other shit that I shouldn't be doing. Should have put my priorities straight. I'll check it out. I'll have to check them out. I think a Pro Box sometimes has live fights on YouTube. I have to check all that stuff out. But you got to keep in mind, I have a heavy day. I rest sometime. I also try to read up on other stuff, what's going on during the day. So when I come on the live, I have something to talk about. But that, being said, I have to check it out when it says no problem. When I first went in the army, I weighed 108. I weighed 108 pounds. When I got out, man, I was back at 140 on something after all that muscle they put on you and everything and working out. About 140, 40, but I was all muscle. So before I went in, I was like 108, man. I could have been a jockey. Somebody offered me a job to, be a jockey. Actually, was going to train me, and I was young, and I was, young. Excuse my language, full of cum, and I was out there running after girls and not paying attention to what I put in my priorities straight. When you're in your 20s, late 20s, you all need to get your shit together and set your priorities straight and plan for the future, because before you know it, life goes right by you. You're not gonna have a time. Look at me now. I'm 50 years old. Never thought I was gonna have a heart attack. With my health, look where I'm at. So understand that. Well, that being said, anyways, God bless you guys. Steroids, I don't know if those are steroids in the military. I know there's a lot of drugs and all kinds of crazy shit, but you get tested for everything. Yeah, okay, that's good, Cesar. See, big things come in small packages. You don't know, you find out. Well, have a good night, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll be back live tomorrow. Any ideas you got? I will be live. Program reminder: I will be live for the fights this weekend. All 11, you please hit that like button if you haven't. Have a great night. God bless to you all, and we'll definitely talk tomorrow.